So we've got one more to go through now, and that's the Mediterranean lamb chops. So we'll run through that one, but before we do, we'll just give you a little background on that one. Hopefully you've all seen by now the Meat Magazine, which we've had going for the last couple of years, and is very successful in stores. If you haven't seen it, come see me afterwards. It is free for your stores as well, another free resource. For the first time with this round of Cutting Edge, we've put in a few products which are featured in here, and this is one of them. So basically, what it's saying is, you know, you've seen the product in Meat Mag, you know it's good, it's a Chelsea winter recipe. We've done all the hard work for you. Here it is, just take a hard look at it. So that's basically the theory behind it, and I'll go you some tastings, maybe
Thanks, Kim. So like Kim was just saying, and we were talking to the other guys last night then about it too, everybody has Meat Mag that we've been speaking to. Everybody says it just flies out the door, everybody's grabbing it. So the idea, if you can, have your Meat Mag with this product or beside this product in the cabinet and actually do a bit of a promotion that way and actually sort of throw a celebrity chef's name against it and sort of try and create that sale for it. They are just coming out now, they are very, very nice. So, you know, like if you do some tastings, it's not hard to sell them. And it's another way to get good GP back on your lamb legs by sub-bridling them. What we decided we'd use is the top side rather than the thick back because of the size of it. It just gives us a bit more meat to actually be able to do. So we just slice it thinly and then only sort of 2/3 of the way through, then all the way through so we can actually get that butterfly effect.
Can you use your electric tenderizer? Is it alright?
You could, but to be honest, we're not actually trying to tenderise it, we're just flattening them so it actually makes it more workable. We don't want it to look like a tenderised piece of meat.
It won't by the time you're finished, but yes.
Yeah, so because what we actually do is the secret to keeping them looking good is you actually roll that to the inside, so then when it rolls you've got the nice meat on the outside. And they consist of a piece of mozzarella, a bit of basil leaf, a prune, some finely chopped red onion and crushed pistachio nuts. And like when we've been talking, we've been saying, you know, you put your own spin on it, you do what you feel works for you, but with this one here being in the recipe book, I would stick with what it actually says in the recipe book, which is what we have. And then we're just using the wee green truss bands to go around them because they're nice and simple. But again, if you wanted to, you could use your sticks, whether it be toothpicks, kebab sticks, whatever you choose.
Put it on 18. It's really good.
So, one of the things that we pushed when we were talking about these ones too, guys, is making sure that when your customer gets home they still look like that, so you're not sort of putting them into the bag and sort of just putting them at the bottom of the pile. You're actually, if you can, put them on a tray and overwrap them, because if your customer gets home and they're a mess, the cooking perception of them is not going to be great. She's going to think it's a mess from the start, so it's going to be a mess at the end. So you want to try and sell that, you know, like they look good in the store, they look good when you put them in the bag, and they still look good when she put them in the fridge at home, and then they look fantastic when she got them out of the pan. Coming into Christmas again, this is actually like, these are not like, again, a lot of people sort of think beef olive, but they're not, they're actually a barbecue dish. So you don't have to casserole them, you can actually, like they've been done pan fried.
We did them yesterday on the barbecue.
Yeah.
I mean, let's say, you know, you can barbecue, grill them, oven them. They work just as well either way. And they don't take long to cook. They're only, you know, 3 or 4 minutes each side of that.
But again, what a lot of it's going to come down to, you do decide something like that's going to be quite cool to do, but especially coming into summer, Christmas, people are going to entertain. When they're entertaining, they're in a good mood, they want good food, but you have to educate them again on the cooking. You can't just expect them to go home and stuff it, which does happen a lot of the time. So you've got to talk them through it and make sure they're actually going to cook them properly.
What's the stuffing in that, please?
That's a crushed pistachio nut,
Yeah.
and what have we got? Red onion, prunes, mozzarella cheese, and a bit of basil.
Okay.
So how do they eat? They're nice.
Yeah, that'd be very nice. Very nice.
So again, another neat idea for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, to get them going on your 3 busiest days of the week. You pedestal this table in your cabinet, where you ring Kim, you get a nice wee picture of it, you get your meat magazine, you do the whole promotion, you sell the story, and work on it from there.
Yeah, this is a good one on the meat mag, to get the page and just blow it up to like an A2, put on your front window. So your front door, as anyone comes in, this is what you're doing this weekend. And I'd stick to the recipe too, because anyone who buy one, you just give the meat mag to them, so they can check the whole recipe and how to cook it. So this is actually the easiest one to do a cross promotion with the whole magazine as well. You know, every customer with one of these and that would know how to cook it and what it should taste like. But, you know, you can do them in your display or your pre-pack, but, you know, we do them in ours and they're for $20. And, you know, they feed a family, that's quite filling. Remember, there's no waste at all.
And they're definitely not hard to make. Like what we do, the last couple of days we've done 100, haven't we? Yeah, one quick.
Is that portion there, is that half of that or third of that?
That's that portion,
That
it is
portion
half.
of that,
Yeah.
And it's tasty, it's beautiful.
So if you got a whole one, that's...
Quite refreshing on the palate too, isn't it, having that ingredients.
So we would, I think we did maybe 100 and probably about 40 minutes to talk today.
You can wreck you that.
No, that's items.
That's good.
So it's not too bad. But as we've sort of say right at the start that these are only ideas. We're not telling you it's going to sell in your shop. We're not telling you how much to sell it for. We're just trying to help sort of, you know, you create sales and get some good ideas from it. Has anybody got any thoughts on those? Like what they do, like just so then we can sort of, you know, like the price. What would you see something like that selling for? Anybody price wise?
About $5.
$5 each. Which, and if we're getting 5 out of a topside lamb, bloody good money, isn't it?
Yeah, that's worth it.
then we could do something with that.
That's us.
So, yeah, you just go. The other thing, like we've been doing the cutting edge workshops for 3 years. Around that, people are sort of saying that, and just talking to other guys that are involved in the industry and they're introducing new products and that, everything takes time. You can't expect to put this out tomorrow and if it doesn't sell, then you stuff it and you throw it in the bin. Like Michael said, what he does is he starts off with small quantities. If it hasn't moved, then you sort of look at what you're doing. So the next day you might actually decide, well, that there I made yesterday, I'll put some fresh ones out today. I'll cook those and I'll push them and I'll create sales. So you get them behind it and you do it. And then they take traction. But they do say 8 to 13 weeks before you get the wheel turning nicely. So don't just think 4 weeks, it hasn't sold, it hasn't worked. Go back and have a look at what you've introduced, how you've introduced it, bring somebody else and get some advice from them that you know has done it, and just work on it. So, yeah, things take time.
When you do your value added, a couple of my rules are only do it on Saturday morning, any new products. Never do it Tuesday, Wednesday on your quietest days because that's your less customers. That's where people get caught up. They do it on a Tuesday. Come Saturday when they get the most customers through the shop, it's not looking as good. And don't next week try all 6 at once. I'd only do one a month. and just slowly roll them out, work out what your customers want and what you can do. And when you do them, I make sure all my staff are in front of me. I show them once, I show them twice, and then the third time I take a photo with my phone, blow it up, and then this is how it is.
Yep.
And all my young guys do it. You know, we've got the 4 butchers, 3 guys are 21s or 21, 1 guy's 30, and my 2 apprentices are 19, and they all do these ones. So, you know,
What's your biggest seller in your shop? Of those?
well, I've done those ones, and those ones, and those ones. And I've only done these twice.
Which one do you think you sell the most of? Or
Most GP,
Yeah.
by far.
Hands down.
Hands down. The easiest, the quickest, and all I do differently, I just put Parmesan cheese. I just put big Parmesan cheese, but I make sure if I've got to train the serve over, that is the display tray, and I have 1 backup tray and backup. So if someone wants 5 or 6, I take them over the backup tray, so I don't wreck my good one.
Yeah.
So it always looks great. And then come about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'll just keep taking them into bed.
That's quite in Australia as well. Those racks, not many Kiwis will buy the back chiller. What they want, I'd go, no, I want those out the window. I think that
But if someone says to me, I'll have 5 like that, I'll give them 5, they're going to pay $3.
Same thing in the UK. When I was butchering in London, we had the same thing. They'd buy from the window, but we take from trays at the back. Bring that to here, it wouldn't happen.
You just
I found
say,
it tough.
you just say to them, oh, I've just made some out of the back. I always grab the ones out the back from you to save
Oh,
me. Just,
no. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
if someone,
yeah.
if someone
You
if
can
I
tell
had, if I had a
people.
good display and someone said I'll have 6, I'll just take 6 from that tray.
yeah.
You know, as soon as the customer wants something, no point just opening, just give it to them. Only takes a minute to do that tray.
You sort of know that point, though, of how far you can push it to say, oh, I'll go out the back and get them all just there.
Yeah, and after a while, you know what your customers are going to be the hard ones. But just roll them out slowly and make sure you do demos. That's my big thing. They work, they really do.
I find too, if you're introducing new products all the time and everything, you want to move them around in your cabinet too. You don't want to always have them in one spot. If they walk past on Monday and see a product there, and they walk past on Thursday, it's still in the same spot, they just get mundane with it. So you've got to always move around your real estate.
Yeah, and I always make sure, you know, there's a story in my pre-pack too. Like, if I've got chicken kebabs, rump kebabs, lamb kebabs, I'll make sure everything is in one place.
Yep.
So if they always get the chicken kebabs, they'll know it's it. And then every 6 months I turn the whole shop back over. So I change everything.
Yeah.
So then everyone's confused, including me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just keep changing all the time, you know.
Yeah.
If you keep doing the same thing every year, you're going to get the same results.